Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I have some good news for you guys. I got in my hand here a new product from A to Z, which is the first third-party V2L NACS adapter for NACS cars that actually have V2L functionalities. Kia and Hyundai actually offers this on their cars that comes with NACS, but this is the first third party that's actually selling it out there. So it's this one here from A to Z. So as you can see, one side is the NACS here, and the other side is a regular household outlet. So that can plug in and you can use it for your V2L functionalities. So I think it's the first model actually. It's the first prototype, and A to Z were kind enough to actually hand this to me so I can test it over the weekend, because they're going to be start producing this, mass producing for the next coming months and start shipping them soon in August. But I have the opportunity to test it, push it to its limits and see what we can do. And so far I have a few tests for you guys, so we're gonna get to that. So just to talk to you a little bit about V2L. V2L is the possibility of using the battery of your car, taking that DC current and converting to AC, so you can use it for your household items. So let it be to charge your phone, charge your computer, or even power your house. So that's a possibility. And all this time, the ports were always with the J1772, which is the regular port for all the EV cars. But now that NACS is becoming the standard, the J3400, there was no adapter like this available in the market except the ones that the manufacturers were actually giving with the car. So this is a first in the market coming in, and we'll be able to test this. The limitations is always the limitations of the car. I believe for the Kia EV9, it's the same thing with the IONIQ 5, IONIQ 6, is the fact that I think it's 15 amperes on 120 voltage. So I think it's 1,600, but I know the car can push it to 1,700 as well. I've pushed it, before pretty far with the IONIQ 5. But those are the specs of the car. And then afterwards, this one is rated for a little higher. I think it's 125 volt with 20 amperes, which is the actual outlet. But the actual specs will come out soon, and you guys will see it on the A2Z's website once it's launched. All right, so let me show you the product, and then let's get to testing. So this is the adapter from A to Z EV in this case. So you have the NACS J3400 on this side, and this is the actual outlet here. So it's rated for 20 amperes, 125 volt, but I believe the car is at 120, 15 amperes for the actual V2L functionalities of the car. You do have some safety features here, and also this will not work unless this is pressed too. So this is one of the safety features here. So once you plug in something, this gets pressed, and then that activates also the V2L. So if something is plugged in, the lock won't disengage as well for the car. So I believe this is so far a prototype. The final version will have slightly different material, but this is pretty close to what will be shipped from A to Z in the coming months. So yeah, let's test this out. And for that, let's start with a phone charger. We'll start with something small, and then let's go with the kettle here. I think this is, and sorry, it's not clean at all. I think this is 1,500 watts on this one, and this is obviously just like a 25 watts. And if I can, at the end, I'll try to plug this to my generator or even the house. Let me show you actually. Sorry for the mess. So for those who don't know, I do have solar generator here, which is plugged into my house here through the generator inlet here, which is then powers this panel here. So I'll have the option to switching to generator or switching it to the utility here. And with these EcoFlow, it gets charged with the generator. As of now, they're all at 99, yeah, close to 100%. And I usually can power my house for several hours, and sometimes even for 2 days, depending if I have a lot of solar activity. And I used to plug in the IONIQ 5 that I used to have with this because I don't need 240 for this, because there's nothing 240 here, so I don't have any two-phase here. They're all single phase. So yeah, as you can see, they're all 15 amperes. So these powers my let's say my Wi-Fi, my TV, all the lights, my furnace, since it's a gas furnace and it's only for the fan. So pretty much all the necessities if I want to heat or use the lights, watch TV, use the microwave, use the air fryer, I'm good. And this car can power this. So what I can do is power this from the car to charge my generator here, and then from the generator this can power the house. So I have an unlimited amount of power here. So I'm going to try to plug in the generator to the car as well, and we'll see if it can pull the because this can charge, I think, 1,800 watts with AC charging. So we'll test that too. All right, so let's get to testing. First, what you want to do is just take this, the adapter. You want to open your port, put that in, and you're going to wait a few seconds and it starts blinking, so that's a good sign. And what we're going to do is going to try plugging in the phone charger actually. So let's try to do that. I'm going to do all this with one hand. I did bring in another phone here, so let's try to open this and plug it in at the same time. So I did hear a chime here, so that means it got engaged, and let's see if it works. Okay, let me try to push that in. Oh, here you go. It is charging. So 58, and you see that sign there, so it is charging. So successful for the first one. So let's try to unplug this, and then yeah, so I heard another chime there. So every time I plugged in and then unplug it, it does this. I'm not sure if this cord is going to be long enough. It's going to be a little tight. So let me try to bring it a little closer. So hopefully I managed to plug it in, and it might be at the edge. So just give me a few seconds, guys. I'm just going to try to... It's very hard doing this alone with one hand. Oh, okay, managed to plug it in. Moment of truth. I put a little bit of water. This is 1,500 watts, guys. So let's see if this works. Yeah, so far it is. Let me see if I can check how much is pulling. Oh yeah, transferring to the V2L. 1.5 kilowatts. Yeah, so 1,500 watts. That's amazing. Time remaining 19 hours, so I can keep pulling this for 19 hours. That's quite a lot. So 1,500 watts all the time is quite a lot. So yeah, this is great. Let's go in the back. Yeah, you can hear it. Yeah, it's getting warm. Okay. So I'm gonna stop this. So another successful test for this one. And sorry for the noise in the background if you guys hear it. They're cutting down trees on the other side. So I'm just gonna unplug this. Okay, so that's two successful test. The other one is I'm gonna plug this one here. So this is an extension. usually you don't want to run too many extensions, but this one is I believe this is a 10 gauge or a 12 gauge. I don't have it here. I'll just double check. So it's going all the way here. And this is plugged in. And yeah, look at that. I am getting power. So it's being charged. Because let me just show you, okay? If I do unplug this, so let me just turn this off. It's going to 1,400 watts. So that means I'm charging these solar panels, these solar generators with 1,400 watts coming from my solar panels, which are outside there in the background. But when I turn this on, I'm also charging it with AC. So you see, it just jumped to 1,400 plus. Yeah, look, it's going up. It's going to like over 3,000 watts. So let's go see how much it's actually pulling from the car and how much it's pulling from these solar panels. Yep, 1.7 kilowatts, so 1,700 watts it's being pulled. So that means, oh, it stopped here. So it stopped because the generator it's actually pretty full now, so it's not pulling as much. But that means I can power the house for several days, because you don't always need to pull 1,700 watts for the generator. It's gonna keep cycling. So as you can see, I'm good for like 1 or 2 days. And on top of that, I also have my solar panels charging this. So let's go check what's the charge. Yeah, as you can see, it's 100%, so it's kind of stopped pulling electricity here. And as of now, guys, the AC is on. I turn on this outlet here, and this is powering the house right now. So all of these circuits are being powered with the generator. As you can see, this is the utility and this is the generator. So the generator is on and the utility is off here. So this is the safety switch here. So this is a requirement in Canada. You do want to have a generator panel in Canada. In some countries, I think you can get away with the main panel having the this one here. I believe you can alternate and you can have some inserts, but here needs to be CSA approved, so we need a generator panel. So yeah, so that means we can power the house with the EV9 for several days. And if you don't have a generator setup, guys, it's also easy to do that. Let me show you what adapter I have. And sorry for the mess. You can get this kind of adapter here. I'll put it in the link. So this one transforms your NEMA, I think this is, I'll get it in the description below. So your regular household outlet to here, your L530 here. And then after you can take from a L530 to a 1430. 1430 is what you have here, is your regular generator cable here. Once you switch that to that cable, you don't need this generators here. You can power your house entirely by connecting this to the car and having these different adapters and plugging in directly. The only thing is you have to make sure is you have a single bus or a double bus that's not, you don't have 240, right? So no two-phase requirements here. So if they're all single phases, you're good. Because each bus bar needs to have its own electricity being provided here. By using these converters, you'll be merging them. So that's the only thing you have to be careful with. I'm not an electrician here, so be careful. Check your stuff before doing that. but I'm just showing here that it's a possibility to power your house with the EV9 for several days if you have the right setup. I forgot to mention that not only can you use the V2L to power your household appliances or your house, you can also use the internal outlet that's available here. So this one is the inside, so it's actually 125 15 amperes here. So this one you can plug it in and you can turn on the utility mode as well, and this will power on exactly like the V2L. The only disadvantage of the fact is the fact that this is outside. So that means you need to have your trunk, your cargo door open, or you'll have to close it and then pass this wire through a window or whatnot. If you're comfortable pushing in the wires coming out, then that's really up to you. But that's one of the advantages of having the V2L outside with the adapter, where you don't have to open your car at all and you don't have to use this. This is also practical if you're going camping and you're using something here. So you can just plug it in. You don't have to need to V2L. If not, then you can use the V2L. So you have both options, and it's good that Kia included this. I think this is standard on all the trims, so that's really practical. That's it, folks. I hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think. Any suggestions of any other videos. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them. Like I mentioned, I'm not an electrician. Don't do any of this unless you actually verify everything is compliant to your region, to your country, to the code, the building code. But at least you know the possibilities that the EV9 with the V2L, you can power your house for a lot of things, especially when you have power outages. And here in Canada and Montreal, we do have a lot of those, especially with the snow. And 2 years ago with the ice storm that we had, we went for 4 or 5 days without power. And back then I had an IONIQ 5, which saved my life for a few days, especially with the small kids. Back then it was an infant. I had a baby barely 6 months old. So it does help in a lot of situations. You just have to make sure that you're ready. You have the adapters, you have your right setup, and then once that happens, you're just ready to go. All right. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care, guys.